afternoon and welcome to everyone here. To our council members, Vice Mayor Kay, Bill Farmer, James Brown, Fred Brown, and Peggy Henson are here. And I also want to welcome everyone who is here who have offered your helping hand to our citizens who are homeless. Thank you for the great job you are doing and you have done, and we all know you'll continue doing. In fact, that's what we are here to talk about today, your hard work and the progress that you all have made. Here's the first headline for today. Since 2014, homelessness has declined by more than 26% in Lexington. 26%. In 2014, the annual point-in-time count found 1,453 people living in shelters, in transitional housing, or on the streets. In 2016, that number was 1,064. You deserve a round of applause. Now here's a second headline. Between 2015 and 2016, there was a more than 50% decrease in people meeting the definition of chronic homelessness. More than 50% decrease. And a third headline. We have nearly ended veterans' homelessness in Lexington. Charlie Lanter, our Director of Homelessness Intervention and Prevention, will talk a little more about our work with veterans in just a minute. And this is a fourth headline, just in this morning. The city learned today that Lexington has received a $333,000 federal grant for rapid rehousing, rental assistance to help folks leave shelters and the streets for permanent housing. Now, we are in no way declaring victory, but we are claiming progress. We're claiming progress, and that's thanks to all of you here, to Charlie and to Rick McQuady and our Office of Affordable Housing. All good efforts start with a good plan, and for that we want to thank Vice Mayor Steve Kay, former council member and businesswoman Deborah Hensley, and the members of the Mayor's Commission on Homelessness. Vice Mayor, as chair and co-chair of the commission, you and Deborah, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today, did a great job putting together a plan that recognized our strengths and addressed our weaknesses. We see that clearly reflected in the numbers that we're announcing today. I want to mention that as I was just talking earlier with Steve Polston, who's been so active in these efforts, Steve said, you know, Jim, he said, I lived in Knoxville and I saw a commission like this launch, and its recommendations didn't get anywhere. They didn't move forward. But in Lexington, they've moved forward. And we see an incredible level of difference then. So I'd like now to ask Vice Mayor Kay, please share your thoughts with us. Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank all of you for being here today. I think the size of this group is an indication of the numbers of people who've been involved in this effort for so many years, going back to literally to the 90s. And Deborah Hensley could not be here today, but she has been involved in that process since the beginning and deserves a lot of credit for where we are today. What pleases me the most is that we had a commission, and as the mayor said, often commissions do their work and make their reports, and then nothing happens. What happened here is that we made what I think was a very comprehensive and enlightened report about not only what's happening nationally and what best practices are, but what we could do in Lexington that really fit our needs and the kind of community we are. As a result, the mayor and the council committed significant resources, and we were exceptionally fortunate to be able to hire Charlie Lanter to lead this effort. The good numbers that we see today are a reflection of all of that work over all of those years, and I applaud all of you for the work that you have done to make that possible, and thank you for being here today. Thank you.
Vice Mayor, thank you. Thanks for not only for leading the commission, but for being so persistent and determined in moving legislation forward, which then allowed us to achieve results that we have. Now we want to hear from Charlie Lanter. Now, many of you know Charlie. What you know is that Charlie loves his work. He knows his work, and he loves his work. So I want to ask Charlie, please share some thoughts with us, your thoughts with us.
Thank you, Mayor Gray and Vice Mayor Kay, and to everyone who came out today. Thank you also to every one of the Urban County Council members who have all been supportive, especially colleagues here at the city. This has really just been a community-wide effort. I'm especially excited because today is officially, or this week is officially the 2-year anniversary of this office. I started on this job 2 years ago this week. Every day I'm thankful for the people who are in this room, the nonprofit organizations, the faith-based groups, all of the people who make what we're announcing today possible. We just coordinate, we facilitate. It's the organizations and the people out there who do the work. Part of our efforts included a very special committee and task force on ending veteran homelessness in particular. I'm happy to share with you that those results so far are very impressive. Our partners through the Veterans Administration locally, the Volunteers of America, Mid-States, Hope Center, the Lexington Housing Authority, and many, many others who have met with us at least twice monthly for 2 years, have really made progress in the last 18 months, housing hundreds and hundreds of veterans experiencing homelessness. We have cut that number by almost half in this community, and we actually believe we have reached what we would call functional zero. And that means we have the capacity to house every remaining homeless veteran in our community and the existing capacity to house new episodes of veterans homelessness in our community. So we're really excited about that. This has been a team effort, and I can't speak and not give a lot of credit to two people, Samantha Chanda and Jennifer Oberlin, who work in my office and who spent weeks and weeks of their life compiling the surveys and the data from the count to give us the numbers that we have today. Thank you to members of the Homelessness Prevention and Intervention Board who spend hours in meetings with me making these decisions and setting up these programs. Homelessness is bigger than any one person or organization, but together we can make progress, and today's data shows that we have done it. Today's not a victory party, like the mayor said. It's not an end to any of our work. Today is a moment to pause, to recognize our successes, and to assess the great challenges that still lie ahead. Every night there are still about 1,000 people who go to bed in our community without a home. There are many hundreds more that are on the margins, fighting to stay off the streets. So we won't stop until that number is functional zero for everyone in our community. Our work continues so that people in Lexington and even in surrounding counties have all the opportunities, support services, and access to safe, decent, and affordable housing that anyone could need. I encourage anyone who hears this message today and is experiencing homelessness or knows someone who is to please call 211 and get access to the resources you need. As a community, we are making progress, and we believe we can help find a way to get you off the streets. So thank you again to everyone. Thank you especially to Mayor Gray, who's been nothing but the most supportive all through this, and I'm really excited to be here. Thanks.
Wait, hold on. We'll take any questions got from the media, or you all want to do one-on-one interviews? You want to do that? It's better? Okay, we'll do that then. Charlie is available, and anybody else. Council members, thank you all for coming out. Thank you all. Thank you for the legislation that was sponsored and was then created, and which has allowed this work to be done. I know I'm supposed to be finished, but I can't quit praising Charlie Lanter and it really does illustrate, once you come together and you acknowledge that there's a problem, there's a challenge, but you work intentionally and deliberately on it, and you actually create then the systems, the processes, and you bring the people together to really hit that problem. That's what Charlie's done, and that's what's so commendable about the results that we've seen here. Thank you all very much. All right, thank you.